Hi there, I'm Trucker Ray, and thank you for joining me. Before we start our presentation, I wanted to share with you something that, well, a massive tragedy to the Key West family. On May 3rd, the evening of May 3rd, our mechanic, Dale Medinsky, passed away in a motorcycle accident. The reason why I'm telling you this is because, well, first of all, this was a man that he was unbelievable. He had such amazing character. He was so helpful. He was always willing to listen. I could pull into the yard and have a light out on something and he would just drop everything and come and help you. Or if you wanted to ask him about something, he would just stop and listen to you. He was a great listener. Never seen him angry, always smiling, always in a good mood, treated people very, very nicely. He was a good man. And yesterday I woke up, I was at the yard, and we got news of this. And I'm devastated by this, because he was a good man. And I wanted to dedicate this video to him in his memory. It was the only time that I've ever had a chance to get him on video, and unfortunately it'll be the last. But you'll see him at the beginning of it. He's working in the shop, I'm talking with him, and some of us guys are interacting with him in the yard. And I also wanted to say that I really call out to my prayer family out there to please pray for his family. I do believe he had 3 boys. And he was very close to his family. So please pray for them. Pray for their healing. Pray for them as they mourn. And, I've known people a long time. But for some reason, only knowing Dale for 6-7 months, I got to know him really well. And, I really looked forward to, when I would come to the yard, I really looked forward to going into the shop and chumming around and talking with him. And now we won't have that anymore. And when I was at the yard yesterday, and I walked into the shop, his coveralls were there from the night before. Excuse me. His cell phone was still sitting on his desk. It's like nothing ever happened. And now the next time I go there, obviously it's going to be changed because they're going to have a new mechanic. But it won't be the same. So I don't know if any of his family members are watching this. He was an amazing man and he'll be dearly missed. Rest in peace, Dale. Again, you will be dearly missed. Good morning, my friends, or good afternoon or evening, wherever you may be viewing from. My name is Trucker Ray, and I welcome you to my channel. I am a Christian truck driver that drives North America the highways and the byways, trips down into Mexico, into California, wherever my loads take me, and it is an absolute pleasure to have you here. And I like to share the gospel of Yeshua. And first of all, I'm going to say right off the bat, I am by no means a perfect person or a holy roller. I'm doing my best. It's very, very tough to be a Christian out here in today's world, but I do share what it is like to be a Christian out here on the highways of North America as a truck driver. For those of you that have been here before, welcome back. It's good to have you guys all with me again. We're at the end of our sabbatical. I probably could have done the sabbatical a little bit better, but I get tied up on a lot of things. But I took a break. I guess I technically did take a sabbatical. I took time away from the video, and I did a couple small videos, but basically the main videos, I just really needed a rest from it. And I do feel refreshed, and I do feel a whole lot better, and we're back at it again. I'm currently right now in Langley, as you can see, that is the back of our yard over there, and it is really empty, which is a good sign. So Key West is busy today, which is good, or this week, and that's always a good sign. It's a very good company. I've been here now, oh boy, since, is it November or October? I think November, maybe it is October. I can't remember now, but they've treated me very good here. A little stressful at times, but you know, it's a go company. They don't mess around, and they do keep their drivers moving, and sometimes the schedules can be very, very tight. Excuse me, but if you can't adapt to that, then I guess you got to move on to do something else. But I've adapted. It's sometimes it can be difficult. You go from a company, I mean, don't get me wrong, I-Haul treated me good. The owners treated me good. But it was very, very difficult for them, I guess, to keep that many trucks moving all the time. And there was a lot of sitting around when I was there. So I had to go from a job that kept me sitting a lot to a job that, I'm able to squeeze a reset in right now. And today I have a little bit of time on my hands. They may send me out today, because I still have another 13 hours left until my 36 is up. But I still have, excuse me, stuffed nose, 43 hours left on my cycle. So I do have enough to get down to Nogales if they wanted to send me down there with apples. So we got plenty of time left. And, I'll probably just roll the hours if, when it comes down to it. And maybe one day I'll explain to you technically what that means. But right now, that little time on my hands, I was talking to Dale. He's our mechanic, super nice guy. I really like him. He's fun to talk to. He's got such a good sense of humor, and he works very, very hard. And he's not one of these kind of mechanics that, I'll get to it later, and it just drags on. If you got a problem with your truck, he takes care of it immediately, which is really, really nice. And, the rest of the staff here are good, and a lot of the drivers here are pretty good, too. And there's a lot of drivers I still haven't met here. It's a small company, but still, because we're moving so much, it's hard to actually run into half of these drivers. So right now, I'm going to be heading into the shop. I'm going to get a service done on my truck. I had one done, I think, in November, I believe it was, or was it November? I can't remember what it was. Or maybe it was December. But anyway, I had a service done on my truck, and Dale says, hey, while you're sitting here, why don't you just let's get that done and get it out of the way. That way you don't have to deal with it later. So I went, all right, let's do that. So before we start, why don't we open up with prayer? I like to try to open up my productions with a prayer, and sometimes I forget. Not that I forget, but I get occupied. I pray in the morning normally, but sometimes I forget to do it on video. But this time, let's open up with prayer. Dear Lord, I thank you for this opportunity to once again get behind the cameras and show the reality of trucking from a Christian's perspective. And dear God, I just pray that you be with me today, and that you would give me some good miles, that you would bless this company and give them the work for the drivers that are here. Keep all the drivers moving, Lord, and would you bless also and keep healthy and make healthy everyone that is working here, including all the staff in the office, like Bill, Jerry, and Brian, and Naomi, and Julia, just amazing people to work with. Lord, would you please just put a special blessing over this company, that they would prosper in this new year. I pray in Yeshua's name. Amen. Amen. All right. There you have it. So, I had new steers put on my truck yesterday because I noticed that when I was driving down the road, I was just rattling. Just when you're up like 64 miles an hour, I'm like, something's wrong with that. And I just couldn't put my finger on it. I had a light load and I was heading into California with it, and it was doing it. I'm like, oh, maybe because I just don't have enough weight on my drives. Well, even with the heavy load I came back down with, it did the same thing. So I got back, and the tire guy that we have that works for us, seems to be here only part-time though. He looked at my steers and he says they were bulging on the inside, and it was hard to see it because unless you know what you're looking for, I've never seen bulging tires like that. I didn't even really notice it much. I'm looking at like, I see it's a little bit bulging, but it doesn't seem serious. He goes, yeah, those. He says the belt in there looks like it's separated. I mean, your tires are separating. You better change. We got to get these changed because that's going to be very, very dangerous later. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, can you imagine that if that would have like separated while I'm going down the interstate? So I consider that a real blessing from the Lord that didn't happen. All right, so this is the bay we want to squeeze into, and it's not very much fun trying to get in out of here. Well, he's got the door open for me, so I'm assuming he is ready for me. Just made sure that's all the way up. Loo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. A little tight to get in here, but it's doable. It's actually, the funny thing is, there's only one way in here. If you go in any wider, you won't match up with the let me see if I can get up here with one shot. Come on, baby, hold on. Yay! Got it the first shot. I'll get that for you. What's that? Oh yeah, he did. Isn't that amazing?
It is unreal stuff.
I couldn't believe it when he washed it. I'm like, that's a brand new truck.
Wow.
And you know what's funny? When I was coming around the corner, I'm on the camera and I'm like, there's only one way in here, and if you do it the right way, you'll line right up with the ramp. And it worked. Yeah. So anyway, it turned out that the tires were bulging. One was inside and one was on the outside.
Yeah.
So how come I didn't notice that? Because it's really hard to tell unless you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, you can feel the separation in them. You'll feel it on the outside. You'll kind of get almost a lump in the side. Did Bill show you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them was inside, one was outside. I'm like, what's causing that? And then I noticed that there were chunks missing out of the tires because those roads are so terrible right now on the 93
then you get a
and on the
issue, it
I-5.
starts hammering.
Yeah.
Or a good hard pothole if you hit with the front, that could cause it too. Like I say, you could get a belt that's starting to come apart, you break a belt apart.
So you think those potholes probably cause that?
It probably doesn't help.
No.
Probably doesn't help.
Yeah. Jeez whiz. Well, everything else is working fine on it.
Good.
Like I said, I just need to torque that in the service and everything else should be good. I already greased up my fifth wheel. But
Sounds good. And another set of blades.
yeah, another set of blades. Now there's one thing that I have been slacking off with, and that is organizing this jockey box because it is just cluttered with so much stuff. And I've been wanting to organize this for a while. So now is the time to do it. Well, we're making some progress here. We don't have a lot to put away here, but we got a couple wheel chocks here just in case I can't slide my axles for some reason or I need a wheel chock. It's always good to have them. So I got two of them here. Spare wiper blades. My hard hat. Extra glad hand line in case one of the glad hand lines breaks. It's always good to have that. And
a 50-foot airline that hooks up to your glide hands in case your trailer tires are flat or low. Spare gloves. These are awesome gloves. They're called Cool Hand. These are nice. These last so long. These things are amazing. Let's just put those up there. How you doing, Kevin?
Good, you?
Good. You don't, no, he won't fit these either.
Yeah, I got big paws.
Yeah, I can't get my hands. He can't get his hands. I figured
Give him the gourd.
we'll give him the gourd. He'll probably get both of his hands in this. What a difference. I wouldn't be surprised if some guys say, are you in a new truck? Just switch my number up there and see if anybody notices. I can't believe how clean that acid cleans everything.
Oh, it's unreal, that stuff.
That looks awesome, Dale.
Better? A little better, wasn't it?
Yeah. Way, way better. Now I could drive with pride. So I think we got everything. Oh, except the creep. If we've.
Yeah, we'll plug in and see what we can do with that.
Yeah.
See, I'm pretty limited with that software that we have.
I'm just grabbing my trailer right now. I'm loading up in Prescott, Washington. I think I'm getting apples there. And it's going to St. Louis, Mexico. So yeah, that's going to be a while since I've been down to St. Louis. That'll be nice. I've got to renew my visa there. So we got to go down to the Mexican border and walk across to get my visa. So that means we get to walk right across and show you guys a little bit of what it's like in Mexico down on the St. Louis side. What's going on with that?
He's gonna go slap a couple rivets in it real quick for you.
No band-aids? What's that doing like that? Just falling apart? Don't shoot.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? About 185 right away.
Good.
Make sure you get the fuel tank, Dale.
Gonna start squirting out. Gotta get the rivet in there quick.
Okay, we're all finished up. Pre-trip, paperwork, everything's ready to go, and we're on our way to Prescott, Washington. Pick up a load of apples tomorrow morning. So what I will do is I will give the shipper a call in a little bit and just confirm my pickup, make sure everything is good. Let them know I'm coming so they can have those apples inspected by the time I get there tomorrow, and they can prepare for the load. Never a bad idea. I always like to call the customer and let them know we're coming, just in case something gets mixed up and they're like, oh, we didn't know you were coming. I've seen it before. Yeah. Anyway, it is good to have you guys back with me once again. Being away from the camera for a little while, it kind of makes you hungry to do it. Makes you more excited about putting the videos together. I know that some of you were a little disappointed probably that I took a little time off, but it was needed. It was needed. It was a nice break. But we're back again, and yeah, we get to go empty all the way to Prescott. That's 360 miles. That's going to be nice. Should be able to go up and down Snoqualmie Pass without any problem. So let's make our way to the border.
Until the veil was torn, the moment that hope was born, and guilt was pardoned once and for all, and captivated, but no longer bound by chains, left at an empty grave, the sinner and the sacred resolved, and all of creation, sing with me now, lift up your voice and lay your burden down, and all of creation, sing with me now.
just about at my destination for the night, where they'll be loading me. I can't remember the name of the place. It's spelt really weird. It's blah 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 Orchards. I don't know what the name of it is. I know the address. It's 1111 Fishhook Park Road. It shouldn't be that hard to find with an address like that. Excuse me. So my turnoff is about a mile up the road here, and up Fishhook Park Road, and it's on the left-hand side. So we'll just have to look for it. GPS did not want to find it, so I had to more or less go on Google Earth and look at it and just kind of tell the GPS where to go. So we'll have to look for the address myself. But the ride has been beautiful today. Wow, isn't this nice to see this amazing first fruits? Okay, that's where I'm going. Says left. Okay, they probably have a big sign up there. That's not what the orchard's called. It's so funny when you go to these places, there's always a different name on the building than it is what you have on your bills. It's so hilarious. All right, well, I see a big place up there. That's probably right up there on the left. And I see the orchards there. There's a sense of satisfaction when you find these places. It really is. You know what? This looks really familiar. This looks incredibly familiar. I think I've been here before. Yeah, I have. I've been here before. I have been here before. Yeah, this is funny. I have been here before. I'm gonna have to write this place down. They got a scale right over there too. I have been here before. So this is good. This is all right. This works out just fine. So I'm gonna park right next to that trailer there. Okay. And because we're on ag exemption, we don't have to worry about burning out our clock by sitting here. That's so funny. I wonder why they call this place whatever blah 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 Orchards, because I still can't pronunciate the name. But this is definitely the place. So anyway, let's go find out what's going on. Let's see if I can check in, or at least get a check-in slip. That would be ideal. Something without caffeine. Okay, I've checked in with the girl and she said that they have to still inspect everything, so it probably won't be. She told me to check in at 6 a.m. and I will check in at 6 a.m. In the meantime, I will make my way back to my truck and make some dinner, because I am absolutely starving right now. Just cruising along the 318, obviously heading southbound. And I left Ely, where I stayed last night, about 46 minutes ago. We got there pretty late last night because I wanted to get as much driving in as I could so I can make it to Yuma tonight, because I want to get to the cooler, because they do have parking on site where they do the inspection, and where I'll be parking also when I cross over into the border. So, or should I say, to get my visa, because I have to go on foot across, which you guys will see. This time I'm taking my camera with me so you can get a little taste of the Mexican culture down there. A little different than when you go across, as I said before, Nogales, where you really don't see anything. You see a lot of the houses and the very poor living conditions people live in up on the hills, but we're going to be walking right through the downtown area of San Luis Rio, Colorado, there in Mexico. And that'll be fun. Looking forward to that, interacting with some of the people down there. That'll be fun. And we'll be sharing that with you. So, yeah, my stay in Ely last night was nice. It was refreshing. I stayed at the Chevron as usual, which is just up the road from the, I'm trying to remember what they're called, Stagecoach Plaza or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, just up the road from the Loves. I always stay there. Big dirt lot, big paved area, always quiet, always parking there. Excuse me. And you never have to worry about squeezing in somewhere. There's always parking up there. So I don't know why everybody stuffs themselves into that Loves just so they can share a bathroom with 50 other truck drivers. No thanks. This morning I got up, 1 or 2 trucks were left, went and used the washroom, washed up. Nobody there. And it's not a modernized bathroom by any means, but at least it's clean and it smells fresh, and the people there are very friendly. So yeah, you may want to check it out. Nice little alternative than the Loves over there in Ely, which is always packed. And I rolled in there at about 10:45 last night, so it was a bit late. I would have never gone into that truck stop if I wanted to get into there. So we have about 9 or 8.5 hours, probably closer to 8.5 hours of driving today. That's why I drove as long as I did yesterday, so I could get to the cooler tonight a little bit earlier. And yeah, it should be a pretty good drive. The weather should be good. And I figured I would try to share with you, if I can find different areas where I have not shown you before, of this route, which is the 93 all the way down. You get through Vegas, and then of course you take the 95 down to Yuma, which is which got lots of little dips. Fun to drive down when you're doing the speed limit. It's like yay. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Anyway, there you go, acting like a kid. So I tell you what, let's see if we can show you some areas, some scenery down there that you haven't seen before on the way down to Yuma as we listen to a little bit of music. So yeah, why don't we just enjoy this collage of beautiful scenery, God's beautiful creation.
Ever have those times when you feel so small on a starry night as you stand in awe? Have you climbed to the mountain's edge, and the world you find makes you catch your breath?
friends, we finally made it into San Luis. Oh, what's this guy doing? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I didn't know you were turning. You needed the left lane. I need the left lane. Yeah, we made it over here to the cooler. I'm gonna hope that I can park in here. I think the gate will be open. I do believe they allow overnight parking here. I was gonna think about going over across tonight and getting my paperwork done, but I don't know if they're open. With the administration over there. Come on, truck. Got my foot to the floor for 5 seconds and it just, I wonder what I should do. Hopefully the gate's open. I wonder if they let me park in here. Oh, it looks open. Let's find out. Man, that's bright. Sorry about that, you guys. Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, gracias. I like your hat. Look at this, guys. I'm number one. Pays to get early, or should I say it pays to arrive early. Yeah. I am number one. Well, if that number doesn't mean much. I have had lower numbers before and I pull in later on and you get like, say you're number 25 or something. And you end up going, like actually there's a guy that's number one and you're in 25 and you end up going before him. It all depends what product they need over there quicker. That's what it all comes down to. All right, so let's see here how we did. We didn't drive very many miles today. Not, or should I say, not the max. Just 581 miles. So from Ely to here, 581 miles. That's all right. We did good. We did good. So what I do is I'll fill out that little card, the little one there, and then hand that in with all my information number, and submit that at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. All right, friends, I am kind of relaxed for the night. It is super warm out. Oh, this is so nice. And I can smell food. Oh, you know what you're smelling, Ray? They set up, they cook food right there on the strip there when you're coming into, coming back into the US. I can smell their barbecues going. Oh my goodness, I'm so tempted to go across. But I don't know when the American side, I don't know when they close. But I can't go, I can't get through that gate because the people in the office have to open that gate over there for me electronically so I can get out. Now what? Oh well, that's life. Well, smells good though. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, I'm over here at the gate. I'm waiting for someone to let me out because I figured I might as well go across and take care of my visa now. because I've been sitting here with number 1 on my truck. As I mentioned before, that number doesn't mean nothing. Number 1 and number 2, we got here last night, and both of us are sitting here waiting, and everyone else that's showing up afterwards, they're all in the door. It's kind of funny how it works out that way. So I figured I might as well just go across and get my visa. But it's really warm here. Whew, it is a hot one. Huh. Yeah, I've already been sitting here 3 hours, and I figured if I can get going, I will. But the inspectors haven't called for my load yet, so right now we'll just wait for this guy to show up and open the gate for me, wherever he might be. So the guy finally opened the gate for me, and we're on our way over. All the taxi cabs are all lined up here, waiting for the people that come over on foot back into the US. I guess a lot of them look for cabs. So if you're coming into Mexico from Yuma, it's simple as this. You can walk right over and get yourself some authentic Mexican food. All right, so we got everything we need here. We got our visa done. They're always so friendly over there in the customs department. And now we're going to make our way to the street. And I'll tell you something that's really amazing. Oh, he's going to give me more instructions.
I think along this strip, on the left side, on this side,
Yeah.
there's like a sports store.
Okay.
Sometimes I have like operations kind of stuff.
Right.
Like operation bags, you know, like military.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They might have one there.
Oh.
And I think that store is closer, a lot closer than the KFC.
So it's just right over here then?
Yeah, you take a left right there
Okay.
on the street.
Like a surplus store?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I
much.
was just trying to find one like
Yeah,
close to one. Yeah, I think there's one right here. So
thank you.
yeah.
See what I mean? Very friendly. Very friendly. All right, guys. We are technically now in San Luis Rio, Colorado, Mexico. That's okay, thank you. Okay. There are street peddlers everywhere. Okay. I'm trying to find, I don't know if they got lights down here. Probably not. Woo. You got guys hanging out on every street corner selling something. So now I just gotta wait for this light to change. And I got my binder with me. And I'm literally gonna walk with that with both my hands on this thing. You just don't know. It's no different than walking downtown Vancouver. This guy here. Oh my gosh, right in the middle of the intersection. In the middle of the intersection. Oh, you dropped one. Guys juggling machetes. You wouldn't see that in US or Canada. That's actually kind of funny. I wonder if this is the surplus place they were talking. No, this is shoes.
No, pues ahorita como hacerte
Maybe they might have one here. Let's ask this guy here. Hello. Do you speak English? Okay. I'm looking for something that hangs around your neck. You can put ID inside. Do you carry that? You don't have that? Okay. Gracias. Ooh, is it ever warm in there? I don't see this surplus place the guy was talking about. Let's go a little further and see. Okay, well, I went down pretty far. I'm gonna go up here to where the KFC is, where the guy told me last time. He said there's a place across from the KFC, like a Chinese place. They might sell them there. So I'm gonna take a look and see if they got them here, if I can find the store. Well, what I'm looking for, in case you guys don't know, I'm looking for, it's an ID holder that goes around your neck. It's got a chain. And you're supposed to be able to get them down here, but so far I'm not having a whole lot of luck. We've been looking around here, we can't seem to find what we're looking for, so I'm going to go down to this main strip down here where everyone makes their way into the US. There's a lot of peddlers down there. Maybe they might have what I'm looking for. Looking for a thing that goes around your neck where you put your ID in. Goes around your neck. ID. Put papers in.
No le entiendo,
I don't see it. Doesn't seem like you have it. It's okay. Buenos dias. Looking for a piece that goes around. Put ID inside. Do you speak English at all?
Ando buscando una mochila, güey,
Has a chain around your neck?
no, no traigo.
No?
Apenas Ramiro, ¿no? Apenas allá, que pregunta allá.
What's that?
Yo, Perín, ellos,
That place there?
ya. Pero no entienden inglés, allá también es el pedo. Allá le...
Gracias. I gotta learn more Spanish. I really do.
No tiene.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Gracias. These peddlers sit out here all day in this heat. Now, let's make our way back to the border. I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. Hope this gives you guys a little bit of an idea what it's like over here. It's different, isn't it? All right, I just got back and my phone just rang, and guess what? They were just calling me to a tour. Excuse me. Isn't that amazing? They were just calling me to a door. As soon as I got back. It's a good thing I went. I knew who that little lady is. That's Marika, I think.
It is really hot out here. This is why the snowbirds go home, besides having to renew their, they got to go home for 6 months and then go back out. But there's the reason why they don't come down here during the summer. It's too hot. It is 107 out here Fahrenheit. It's hot. If you want to know what that is in Celsius, that's 43. Whew. Oh yeah, it's a warm one. Oh. Nope, I'm not gonna complain at all. Not after the winter we had. I'm going, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Just get in the shade and get in the air conditioning, because this is nice. Okay friends, we're finally leaving Spindle Cooling. My goodness. Spent the whole day there. I'll get across, but I'm not going to get back because the border closes at 5. So when you get to Spindle Cooling and you get this number, you know, this nice number, that's what it means. It means nothing. I was the last guy to leave. First one to get in, the last guy to leave. Doesn't mean nothing to me. But you know what, I'm not upset about it because there's always reasons for these things to happen, and when you're divinely guided by your God, which I am, these things happen and you just have to accept it. So the nice thing about the place over there, Spindle, on the Mexican side. Come on, Chuck, get in here. Oh, look at this thing. This is so embarrassing. Can't wait to get this thing fixed. That's really embarrassing.
Not nearly as embarrassing as walking around with grease on your nose, Ray.
Oh, man. Yeah, so anyway, so those guys over there are really nice. They'll probably just let me stay there for the night. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. And then I'll leave in the morning, and my reload is Nogales, so I'll have to just, leave first thing in the morning as soon as the border opens, whenever that is. Might be 9, might be 8, I don't know. And then get it down there as fast as I can, because I think they close at like 4 or 5 o'clock where I'm picking up tomorrow. So I'm just very grateful that I got my paperwork now. They'll get me unloaded tonight, and then I'll just, first thing in the morning, I'll just take off to Nogales. And I didn't want to get stuck at this cooler here all night, because this reefer I have is just sucking fuel like crazy. And I really didn't want to get stranded at that cooler, having to deal with a reefer that's sucking fuel really bad, where I'd have to go all the way down to the pilot and get another, fill up the tank again. You shouldn't have to fill up a 50-gallon tank twice in a day. There's something's not right with this. I'll get them to check it out when I get back. But I mean, I wouldn't have had to fill it up today, but tomorrow morning the fuel would have been really low probably, and I don't like to let it get that low. Well, got across the border into Mexico, but it won't be getting back tonight. No, because they close everything up at 5 because the produce season is pretty well at a stop now, because it's just simply too hot to grow anything down here, and so they close the border earlier. So 5 o'clock it is, so unless they unload me in 5 minutes, which is not going to happen, I'm spending the night over at the yard over here, which is not a big deal. I don't care about that. I've been there before. I've stayed there before. The guys there are really nice.
truck's in sad shape. Look for spindle cooling, look for spindle cooling. Look for spindle cooling, and I think I just found it. I think, or is it one more? Yep, this is it right here. Haven't been here a little while. Doesn't help when you got all those trailers lined up on the road. La 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 la. Thank you, sir. It's usually the same guys that are here. And I got, oh man, these roads entrances are terrible. And I seen one of our other drivers, Marika. She came here. I know she went across. I think she made it. She must have got out of here. Yeah, so I am gonna be making my way over and talking to Lewis. He's the guy that kind of oversees everything over here. And oh, maybe that's him right there. Hey, Lewis. How are you? How are you? Need some paperwork? What do you need there?
You ain't gonna be able to make it back.
Yeah, I will, because you guys are really fast.
Oh, they close that stop.
I know. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get back.
And the other guy?
Is there another guy?
Yeah, there were two of them.
Yeah, what, was she not here? Marika? No girl came over?
I haven't seen her.
Oh.
I think she's in the doctor.
There she is. My gosh, what took her so long? Didn't you leave after me?
3.5 hours of being inspected.
Oh. Oh, you mean at customs? 3.5 hours. Wow. So they inspected her. Hi, boy. Hi. Hi. How are you? Where's the other dogs? Whew. Can you have Coke? Can I have two? Yeah. Thank you, gracias. Is it him?
Yo no. Bueno, they pulled me in, backed me in. I waited for over an hour. They finally said, open the doors, back in again, okay. They took everything out, inspected, everything back in, okay. Pull ahead, close the doors. I waited another hour. Finally, I went into the booth. I said, where's my paperwork? What's going on? Oh, no, now you can move over to the other aisle, 2 stalls over, or 2 doors over, and they did it all over again.
You're kidding.
Twice.
What?
Don't know, they didn't tell me. They said, oh, one is American and one is Mexican. I'm like, really? That's never happened before? What do you mean?
That's silly.
And they made me go through a special x-ray. They took me out of my truck and walked me way over there with another driver. I have no idea.
Wow, she got inspected 3 times today. Unbelievable. Okay, well, I am done for the day. The only other thing that's going to happen today is they're going to unload me and then I'll be parking it.
Well, good morning, friends. I am just making my way to the border now. Because of all the delay yesterday over at Spindle Cooling, we got stuck over there, as you know. And got something rattling. What is rattling so bad like that? Oh, I can't stand that. Shake liner, shake liner, shake liner. So I'm heading over to the border right now. They don't open up until 9, so yeah, we got stuck here. And I'm just glad that we got over last night in time to get unloaded. That was nice. Wow, what is that terrible noise? It's always some new noise that crops up overnight and you don't even move anything. You don't move anything. Can you hear that? Ah, it's annoying. Oh, let the air out of this thing. Maybe that'll stop it. Probably not. It's always the seat rattling around. Oh, we got a lineup already at the border. That's one of the reasons why. Oh, that didn't stop nothing. It's still rattling. Oh well, who cares? I hope I don't have to listen to that the whole way into Nogales. That'll be miserable. So I am, yeah, we'll just park it here. The border should be opening up in about 6-7 minutes. And then, yeah, we can make our way across. Oh, there's Marika. Marika, the sweetheart that you seen yesterday. When we were in the office there talking to Lewis. Yeah, she's such a sweet lady. And, oh man, gotta find out what that rattling is while I'm stopped. I don't know what that is. Maybe it might be up top or something. We'll figure out what it is. But anyway, yeah, beautiful day out here. It's already 33 out here. It's hot already. Isn't that crazy? So the routine is when you cross through here, make sure your left door is open up. I think it's only one door. I don't know if you have to open both of them. I can't remember if you need to open both doors. I might just do it anyway, just to be on the safe side. Well, there's been a change of plans. My load has been changed. Not picking up the 2 picks anymore because by the time I got here, I was told that I may not be able to even get the loads that I wanted in time before they closed. So I'm now being sent to Big Chewy, which is not the most pleasant place to go to because of the chaos there. And I was there last week and it took me several hours to get out of there. Now being Saturday, I'm hoping that it won't be as bad, but we're going to find out real soon. Because Big Chewy is a place that distributes watermelon. And I guess the watermelons come in, and it's basically a big cross dock, and then they take the watermelons off the trucks that bring in the watermelons, and they put them into your truck, and you're on your merry way. Well, you've got the other trucks coming in with the watermelons. You've got the trucks coming in, picking up the watermelons, and the four-wheelers driving around. And it was so bad the last time that I was there that
they had a sheriff out there directing traffic because people were blocking the roads. Like the trucks coming in with the loads were just parked literally right in the main lane of the street, blocking traffic everywhere. It's just very chaos, or should I say very chaotic. Just, yeah, not the most pleasant place you want to go. So, it's just up here. We're going to find out in a real hurry what we're going to be in for here. I'm really hoping it's not terribly busy, but I'm not gonna bet money on it that we're gonna be waiting a long time. Oh, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Let's see here. There's some places you can park. Where are you going there, bud? Okay, I'm gonna go around you because I'm not sure what you're doing. Oh, see, this may not be a bad. I mean, you can park places like this, but I don't know if that's going to be blocking. No, that'll block the road. I can't park there. I see the place right now where I want to go. It's actually really quiet here. This is actually quite amazing. You see, you kind of want to turn around. I don't know if I can turn around up there though. There's a lot up there you can turn around, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to crack a nut right here, and I'll show you in a second where I'm going to go. Bingo, we are here. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to run out, get my license plate of my trailer, any trailer number, truck number, truck, all that fun stuff. And yeah, don't ever go over there with none of that information with you, because you're just going to end up running back to your truck to get it all. And that's such a waste of time. Ah, it's going to be a warm one out there. So, looks like they're not going to be back until 2:30. But at least it's not very busy here. This is way better than it was. I bet you it was really busy earlier. Yeah, so the whole idea is you check in, wait for them to call you. They'll put you in a door, if you can get into the door, and then wait. Well, friends, we're still here at Big Chewy. Still waiting to get loaded. We came up here and asked the guy, we're like, are you guys like closing soon? And they says, well, we'll make sure everyone's loaded before we leave. And I'm like, what time do you close though? And the problem I'm concerned about is loading us and then finding out we're too heavy. And then they're all gone home. And the guy was really nice. He said, listen, if you're too heavy, I'll give you a number. You can call me and I will take care of it personally, he said. So that's good to know. So we'll get his phone number, we'll get loaded, and
yeah, hopefully we don't have to get rearranged tomorrow, but I got a feeling we'll have to. Because these loads are never light. They're always overweight. I mean, yeah. Again, we're one of the me and Marika, we're pretty well the last ones here. There's 2 other drivers there, but they could be parked for the night. I don't know. I have no idea. So the guy told us just park it right here, and we'll get, as soon as we get the product, we'll load you. And I'm like, well, what happens if we need to be over there though? So I hope that we're not gonna have to move again. That'd be hilarious. But you know, fortunately there's nobody else here. Pretty well.
Having fun yet, my dear?
No, not at all.
All of a sudden, they all came out of the
I
woodwork.
thought that was supposed to be a single.
Yes.
Yeah, and now a single, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. I thought there was already 2.
You notice how they all came out of the woodwork?
Yes. All of a sudden.
I was saying on my video, maybe they're playing poker back there.
They were on a shift. Now, if we would have known that, we wouldn't have hurried here.
Yeah. I didn't know. I guess they were having dinner, but I didn't know either. What's that?
40,000.
Right.
That's without the packaging or the pallets. So it'll be about 41
Yeah.
altogether. So I think we should be okay.
Yeah.
But I'll head over there
Yeah.
and check it out first. Then I'll give you a call back and say, whoa.
Okay.
All right. Either way, I'll wait over at the pilot for you.
Yeah, okay.
Good morning, everyone. I am finally on my way out of the Nogales area, technically in Rio Rico. Stayed here at the pilot last night. I think we finally got back here at midnight, or just after midnight. Weighed, and our weights were good. I was very relieved. Felt really bad for one other driver there. There was a driver hiding around the corner. I guess he was in another parking area. And he was from Rig Logistics, I believe, out of Calgary. And he had one of those trailers that had the extra, how do I say this? He had a lot more weight to his trailer because his trailer was a pike trailer. So it had the extra reinforcement on the back, which was about 1,500, 2,000 extra pounds. And I'm thinking, I'm telling the guy, says, why on earth would your company send you up there to get produce with a trailer that heavy? And he says, all our trailers are like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. So the poor guy had to run back I think once or twice, to get reworked, whatever, or get the load, some stuff taken off. But our weights were good. Myself and Marika, Marika, I think it's Marika. Yeah, she's just about ready to head out too. But our weights were almost identical, which is really cool. We both had the same amount of fuel, so that all worked out really well. And I was able to get a little bit of sleep. A little frustrating last night having to sit there that long. But, you know, it's not even so much. I've been at places before where I've had to sit longer than 8 hours, and that's not the problem. The problem is that when you sit that long, the last part of the evening, which is 3 or 4 hours, you're sitting there and nobody's doing anything. Nobody's moving around or nothing. And it just kind of makes you like, what are they doing back there? And then I found out later on that they were all having dinner back there because they worked really late the night before and their schedules are all messed up. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Just get that load on there, and hopefully it'll wait where I don't have to come back, and we'd be all happy. And the guy was really nice too. I really do like him. He gave me a watermelon. He says, here, take this as our appreciation for your patience. And I went, oh, that's very nice. So a seedless sweet watermelon I got in the sleeper, all ready to be devoured. So I got to keep my my sleeper on a nice cool temperature the whole way down, so I can enjoy that when I get back to the yard. Yeah, I'll be enjoying that because my truck, like I said, has got to go in for a few days. So I'll be enjoying watermelon during that period of time. So my destination today, I haven't figured it out yet. It's either going to be Wells or Ely, or it's going to be Alamo or Ely tonight. Probably more than likely Ely. I don't want to stretch it any longer than I need to because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. But we're still good. We're good to go. And I got my coffee and we're out of here. So let's make our way out of the Rio Rico area, shall we? Nice thing is we'll be heading through Phoenix on a Sunday, so we won't have to deal with too much traffic going through there or in Vegas. That is a huge bonus.
morning. Just heading out now. Got here a little bit late last night because after being loaded so late in Nogales, it kind of has that ripple effect on several days later on in your week. You always end up going to bed later, getting up later. That's why I don't like being loaded that late. It's very frustrating having to deal with that. But oh well, that's the way it is. Look at the day out here today. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Gorgeous weather. Nothing to complain about here. Spring is finally here in Nevada. It is nice. Making my way up the side of the lovely Columbia River. Just about ready to end my day. I got about another 54 minutes left. I would drive those extra 54 minutes, but the problem is once I get to Prosser, all there really is there's a Love's there, there's a small little rest area, there's a McDonald's, but all the parking area there looks like it's all jammed, it's all full. So I figured, you know what, I'll have a 5-hour drive tomorrow. I might as well just 5.5-hour drive tomorrow. I'm just gonna go to a place here that I'm familiar with, and that's a little area here, a little cafe off the 221 here that we're coming up to, which is the Patterson area. And And nice little spot to stop. I don't think the cafe's open very long, but I don't care. I got my own food. But it's got a nice dirt lot where you're guaranteed you're going to get a parking spot in there, which is nice. And then I'll just get up at about 6:30 or so and make my way. And I should be able to get through Seattle after the rush hour, which will be ideal, and hopefully drop this trailer off at the Loblaws at about 12:30, and then get back to the yard. It is nice though, 18 degrees out here. It's going to be a nice evening for a rest because there's not going to be any other trucks around me, no reefers, not a lot of noise, unless another truck joins me in there. I mean, not too many people know of this little spot. And the nice thing is, the 221 here, as you can see, Prosser is that way, so you avoid the port of entry. And I only avoid the port of entry because it's a waste of time. It doesn't matter how light you are, you go over the way in motion, and you still have to get pulled in, and half the time they're not even paying attention to you. So I'm like, ah. So I just try to avoid the waste of time. See, there's a little place here, there's a little restaurant there, and then there's a restaurant on the right-hand side that's usually open. But I don't think anybody's there now. No, the open sign is closed. The open sign is closed. The open sign is not lit up, so they're closed. And here's the little dirt area right here. And they got their little community here, which is kind of cute. And the fire department's up there. So this is what I do. I park it right here. And there's a Pacific Pride there. If you had an open fuel card and you need to top up your fuel, you can always park it over there and top up your fuel. And when you do park here, there are a couple porta-johns right there. So it's not like you're going to be stuck without bathroom facilities. You have it right there. And there you have it. So 50 minutes is what I had left today. It would have been nice to be able to use all of it. But unfortunately, like I said, you're kind of limited on where you can park once you get past here. If I had another 20 minutes, I could have made it to the Yakima rest area, which would have been ideal. So I did 657 miles today. So that's not bad. I can't complain with that. That's pretty good. So friends, I'm going to wrap things up here because tomorrow morning I'm just going to get up, I'll make my way over Snoqualmie Pass, and then I'm going to drop my trailer, and as I mentioned earlier, what I'm going to do. And then the truck gets dropped off for repairs for 2 to 3 days. I hope it only is for a few days. Hopefully I'll get it back on Friday or maybe Saturday. And yeah, we'll go back at it again. So I just want to thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time, feel free to subscribe. If you like what you've seen or even like the video, that helps other people find it. And feel free to leave a comment underneath. I do want to let you know that I don't respond to the comments underneath, but I read them all. And the reason why I don't respond is because sometimes I just don't have time. And if I respond to one, I got to respond to all, because it wouldn't be fair just to respond to 1 or 2. So, but I do read them. I do read them. But if you have a prayer request or you want to send a personal hello, I do respond to my emails. I might be a little delayed on them, but I do respond. You can send it to truckerray7@gmail.com, truckerray7@gmail.com. Prayer request or a simple hello. It's always nice to hear from my YouTubers. So until next time, my friends, God bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Hope you enjoyed the video and the music. Yeah, Mercy Me is an amazing band, aren't they? Yeah, it's one of my favorite Christian bands. Probably my favorite Christian band besides, well, Keith Green is also another favorite of mine. Maybe we'll put some of his music in my next video. Bye for now, everyone.